Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Asaturasata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Asaturasata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Kuru Vaishnava Ki Jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sakoshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadi Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Gangamai ki jai, Yamunamai ki jai, Tustevi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Bani ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol, all glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Most Brian Kurtavastay Butrush, Malabhakti Peranda, Samanina Namaste, Saraswati Gauravani, Mracharine, Nirvishesha Shunamariba Chartirish Tarine. Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Srimad Bhagavatam class. We're discussing. Can I have the phone? Yes. Please write Hare Krishna into the comment section so I know that you're watching. Hare Krishna. Bronwyn. Andrew Goodman. Hare Krishna, Andrew. Shamdai, Markunse, Danny, Dan, R. Madhu, Hare Krishna. Frankie, Hare Krishna, Frankie, how are you? Where's Mo? He's coming this afternoon, huh? Okay. Neil Prabhu. John Garrett, Hare Krishna Prabhu, long time no see. Always happy to see you here. Srinivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Tanya, Hare Krishna. Frankie, yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. Anybody else? On YouTube, maybe?
Not so far. There's 2 viewers.
2 viewers. Unbelievable. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. So we're discussing the pastimes of Lord Varaha. These are very bewildering pastimes. So I humbly request you to hear very attentively, and when you have any questions, then you can ask at the end of the discourse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 And Hare Krishna to Mati. 3rd canto, 13th chapter, text 29. Savajara Kutanga Nipatavega.
12th chapter, 39.
Savajara Kutanga Nipatavega. What is going on?
I thought it was 12th chapter. Did you say 12th chapter?
No, 13.
39.
13 chapter, 29.
Savajara Kutanga Nipatavega.
Savajara.
Vajra.
Vishirna Kukshi Stanayan Udanvan.
Vishirna Kukshi Stanayan Udanvan.
Utsrishta Dirghormi Bujair Ibartas.
Utstrishta Dirgormi Bhujar Ivartas.
Chukrusha Yageshwara Pahimiti.
Chukrushaya Geshwara Pahimiti. Savajra Kutanga Nipatavega.
Savajra Kutanga Nipatavega.
Vishirna Kukshi Stanayan Udanvan.
Vishirna Kukshi Stanayam Udanvan.
Utsrishta Dirgormi Bhujair Ivartas.
Utsrishta Dirgormi Bujair Ivartas.
Chukrosha Yagneshwara pahimiti.
Chukrusha Yageshvara Pahimeti.
Savajra Kutanga Nipata Vega
Savajra Kutanga Nipatavega.
Vishirna Kukshi Stanaya Mudanvan
Vishirna Kukshihi Stanayamudanvan.
Utsrishta Dirgormi Bujari Vartash
Utsrshta Dirgormi Bujaira Ivartas.
Chukrosha Gyageshvara Pahimeti
Shukrusha Yageshvara Pahimeti. Saha. That. Vajrakuta Anga.
Vajrakutanga
Body like a great mountain.
Like a great mountain.
Nipata Vega.
Nipata Vega
The force of diving.
Force of diving
Vishirna.
Vishirna
Bifurcating.
Bifurcating
Kukshihi.
Kukshi
The middle portion.
The middle portion.
Stanayan. Resounding like.
Resounding like.
Udanvan.
Udanvan.
The ocean.
The ocean.
Utsrishta.
Utsrishta.
Creating. Dirgha.
Dirga.
High.
High.
Urmi.
Urmi.
Waves.
Waves.
Bujaha.
Ujaha.
By the arms.
By the arms.
Iva artaha.
Ivartaha.
Like a distressed person.
like a distressed person.
Chukrosha.
Sukrosha.
Prayed loudly. Yagya Ishvara.
Yagya Ishvara
O Master of all sacrifices.
O Master of all sacrifices.
Pahi.
Pahi.
Please protect.
Please protect.
Ma.
Ma.
Unto me.
Unto me.
Iti.
Iti.
Thus.
Thus.
Translation. Diving into the water like a giant mountain, Lord Boar divided the middle of the ocean, and two high waves appeared as the arms of the ocean, which cried loudly as if praying to the Lord, O Lord of all sacrifices, please do not cut me into, kindly give me protection. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Even the great ocean was perturbed by the falling of the mountain-like body of the transcendental Boar, and it appeared to be frightened as if death were imminent. Next, Kuraya Kshura Praira Darayam Stad Apa.
Kuraya Kshurpair Daryam Stadapa
Utparaparam Triparurasayam
Paraparam Triparurasayam
Dadarshagam Tatra Shushupshur Agre
Darshagam Tatra Shupshuragre
Yam Jivadhanim Swayam Abhyadata.
Yam Jivadhanim Saranadhyata.
Hare Krishna Doris. Translation. Lord Boar penetrated the water with his hooves, which were like sharp arrows, and found the limits of the ocean, although it was unlimited. He saw the earth, the resting place for all living beings, lying as it was in the beginning of creation, and he personally lifted it. Purport by His Divine Grace. The word Rasayam is sometimes interpreted to mean Rasatala, the lowest planetary system. But that is not applicable in this connection according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. The earth is 7 times superior to the other planetary systems, namely Tala, Atala, Tala, Tala, Vitala, Rasatala, Patala, etc. Therefore, the earth cannot be situated in the Rasatala planetary system. It is described in the Vishnu Dharma. Patala mula shvera boga samhatao vinyasya padao prativim cha bibrataha yasyo pamano nabhuva so chuto mamastu magalia virdhaye hari. Therefore the Lord found the earth on the bottom of the Garbhodaka ocean, where the planets rest during the devastation at the end of Brahma's day. Next. Svadamstraya dhritya mahim nimagnam.
Yes. I'm ready.
Svadamstrayo dhritya mahim nimagnam.
Svadam संस्त्राय दृत्यामयीं निमाग्नं
Sauchita samruruche rasayah
सौचिताः समरुरुचे रसयः
Tatrapi daityam gadaya patantam
तत्रापि दैत्यं गदया पतन्तं
Sunabha sandipita tivara manayu
Sunabha Sandipita Tirivara Manu.
Hare Krishna. Violetta. Translation: Lord Boar very easily took the earth on his tusks and got it out of the water. Thus he appeared very splendid. Then his anger glowing like the Sudarshan wheel, he immediately killed the demon Hiranyaksha, although he tried to fight with the Lord. Purport by His Divine Grace. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the Vedic literatures describe the incarnation of Lord Varaha Boar in two different devastations, namely the Chakshusha devastation and the Swayambhuva devastation. This particular appearance of the boar incarnation actually took place in the Swayambhuva devastation, when all planets other than the higher ones, Jana, Mahar and Satya, merged in the water of the devastation. This particular incarnation of the boar was seen by the inhabitants of the planets mentioned above. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti suggests that the sage Maitreya amalgamated both the boar incarnation and different devastations and summarized them in his description to Vidura. Om Agyan Tirinandasya Jnana Shalakam Chakshunarmiritam Yena Rasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with a torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Shri Prabhu. So, these are the pastimes of Lord Varaha, Lord Boar. He lifted the earth from the Garbhodaka ocean. The universe, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, is in the shape of an egg. Jagananda. Anda means egg. So when you look at the egg, although we don't eat eggs, we can study the shape of the egg. At the bottom, it is very wide, and on the top, it is very narrow. So, in the same way, the universe is very wide at the bottom, where Garbhodakashayi Vishnu resides, and very narrow on the top, where Lord Brahma resides. It is not like a globe, because globe is a regular shape. Right? It's more like a shape of an egg, the whole universe. And beyond the universe, there is the Mahatattva. Mahatattva is the sum total of all material energy. And that Mahatattva is like a cloud that is floating in the kingdom of God, in the spiritual universe, spiritual world. So, if you want to get to the spiritual world, you're already in it, but you are locked in this material universe that is shaped like an egg. And the universe is surrounded by 10 layers of material elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. 10 layers? No, 8 layers. And every layer is 10 times bigger than the previous one. So there's the earth, water, air, fire, ether. So every layer is 10 times more. So it's very difficult to get out of this material universe. We're traveling from species to species according to your desire. Brahmanda Brumite Konna Bhagavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasare Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. Not just in this world, but we go from universe to universe. The Jiva is taking his birth continuously from universe to universe. Imagine. Now Elon Musk, he wants to go to Mars. But that is already going on. Don't waste your time on this nonsense. That is already going on because the Jiva, the spirit soul, is taking birth all over the universe and beyond the universe as well. From one universe to another universe. This egg-shaped universe is just one of many, many, many millions of universes that are emanating from the transcendental body of Mahavishnu, who's lying in that cloud of material energy, Mahatattva. So this universe is also not the only one. And that is simply the material world. Multitude of material universes. It's amazing. So Lord Boar, he lifted the Earth planet from the Garbhodakashayi ocean. This Garbhodaka ocean, how it is created? Anybody knows?
Comes up from his sweat.
Yes, from the perspiration of Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. Just like you locked up somewhere, airtight place, you start sweating. So similarly, Lord Garbhodakashayi, he enters the material universe. He's so kind. And from his perspiration, this Garbhodaka ocean is created at the bottom of the universe. And then he rests on the hood of Ananta. This is also expansion of Lord Balaram, Sheshanak, Ananta Shesha. And from his navel, this lotus flower is growing. And on the top of that lotus flower, Lord Brahma resides. And Lord Brahma is situated on the Brahmaloka. That is the highest planet of the material universe. This universe that we have, this is the highest planet. At a time of devastation, the residents of Brahmaloka, along with Lord Brahma, they go back home, back to God. They reach the spiritual world. They're highly elevated devotees, and they finish their material existence on that planet, Brahmaloka. It is not the only way how to go back home, back to God. You can go straight ahead from any planet if you become a pure devotee. But there's also this gradual process that is not recommended, by the way. But yes, if you fail in your Krishna consciousness, then you're born on these heavenly planets. And if you're sincere, then you can make progress on and on to higher planets, higher, like that. So the Earth planet is situated in the middle planetary systems. Middle. Neither it is too much suffering, nor is it too much sense gratification. Perfectly balanced. You have the greatest opportunity to become Krishna conscious, because you must be balanced. If you suffer too much, you cannot practice Krishna consciousness. And if you too much divert it by sense enjoyment, by happiness, people are very eager to get happiness. They become intoxicated with material opulences. But that is not good for Krishna consciousness. Because the more opulent we are, the more materially happy we are, the need for Krishna consciousness decreases. That is why great devotees, they do not pray for any material benediction. Why should they pray? All these things are temporary. At the time of devastation, everything will be finished. Whatever you want. You want to be famous. So after death, people remember you. But how long they can remember you? Ultimately, all the information about you will be erased from the history. At the time of devastation, everything is merged in water. That is partial devastation. And then the complete devastation, everything is burned in fire. So nothing remains from this universe. Why should I now try for something? The children, they're building a sandcastle on the beach. And then at one point, the wave comes and snatches the sand, destroys the sandcastle. That's it, finished. But so long the wave does not come, the children are building with great enthusiasm. They spend so much time building this temporary castle. So similarly, we're creating so many things. We try to be famous. We try to have big family, nice offspring, so they can carry on the family tradition. But ultimately, they'll all be erased. Yes? Except the spirit soul, everything is erased. That is the first teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever is born is destined to die. But the soul remains, because the soul does not belong to this material world. It is transcendental. It has a different property. It has the Satchitananda property. It is eternal, full of bliss and full of knowledge. So, Lord Boar lifted the earth planet from this Garbhodaka ocean, put it back where it belongs, and he killed this great demon Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha was a demon. He was fighting with Lord Varaha. That we shall discuss later on, how this fight took place, how he was insulting Lord Varaha, this demon. That is the nature of demons. They always insult the Lord and his devotees. They hate because they themselves want to be God. So Hiranyaksha, he insulted Lord Boar. He said, you are a beast, ugly beast. And Lord Varaha became offended. That is described. See, the Lord is not without emotion. You can say that, oh, God, he doesn't care. But he does, because he's a person. He becomes temporarily sad that, oh, he called me a beast. Just like when someone calls you that you are ugly. It pinches the heart. So the Lord also has these feelings, but they're transcendental. They're not mundane. See, because his body, our body, if someone insults our body is temporary, material. So to be offended, sometimes girls, they become offended because Srila Prabhupada says that they're less intelligent. Women are less intelligent. So sometimes the girls, they become offended. Oh, why is he calling me less intelligent? So they should not be offended, because we're not the body. That is nothing to do with you. The female body is one thing and you are another thing. You're separate. But Lord Varaha had a spiritual body. You see? So to offend, to call spiritual body ugly, this is great blasphemy. So we should not do this. We should not consider the body of the Lord to be material. That is blasphemy, blasphemous. That's called idol worship. If you think that the deity of Krishna is material, then you're an idol worshipper. This is the problem. The idol worship, why is it bad? Because we take something material and we worship it as God. You see? So you are putting so much faith in your material eyes. You put so much effort seeing the deity of Krishna with your mundane eyes that you give your eyes more value than the actual form of the Lord. Yeah, the deity is made of material elements. Everybody knows that. But because the deity is made according to the descriptions of the scripture, the Lord, out of His great compassion for His devotees, out of His great love, He appears in that deity. He appears. He can do that. It does not take from His glory. Quite the opposite. This is glorious. That the Lord has feelings, that the Lord has compassion, that the Lord wants to love you. God is not a stone. If you think like that, then your devotion to God is as good as stone. And He will remain a stone forever for you, because you have no feeling. You don't desire to see God. So devotees, they take pleasure in these pastimes. Oh, this is very interesting. How Krishna takes the body of a gigantic boar. Oh, He's so wonderful. How He's doing this. In one sense, it is a little funny, isn't it? That such an abominable animal, Hulk, who's eating stool, and Krishna takes that body and He lifts the earth planet. He becomes gigantic. This is the innovation of the Lord. Creativity. We say the Lord is creator. Right? He's a creator. He created all of us. So every creator, he must be creative. If there is a creator, he must be creative. And if he's creative, he cannot be stereotypical. Just like artists. They're very creative. They make many experiments. They do beautiful things. If something is stereotyped, it becomes boring. So Krishna is not boring. It's full of ananda, full of enjoyment. And enjoyment comes from varieties. That is the answer to this question. Why Krishna takes so many different forms? It is confusing. Sometimes people complain, it is confusing. Yes, it is confusing because you have a very dull-headed idea of God. So it must be confusing for you. When Krishna enjoys, it is confusing for you because you think I am the enjoyer. That is why it is confusing for you. You have never considered that the Lord could Himself enjoy. And therefore you have no idea of devotional service. Devotional service is the real religion of all living entities. How to serve the Lord, how to serve God. Whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or Hindu, it doesn't matter. This is not a religion. This is a designation that people made up. The real religion is to serve God. But if you do not understand that God can enjoy your service, that He is the enjoyer, there is no meaning to your service. True or not? Yes. So the Lord, He enjoys like this. He takes the form of a boar. He takes the form of Lord Nrsingadev, half man, half lion. And the devotees are very happy. Oh, the Lord is enjoying such funny, wonderful pastimes. Yes, just like your friend. If your friend is having fun, it's also good for you. You like it. Oh, very nice. So the Lord is our greatest friend. Greatest friend. He is so kind. Bhuktaram yagatapasam sarvaloke maheshwaram sudam sarvabhutanam yatvamam shantim rachati. Sudam sarvabhutanam. He is the friend of all living beings. He is always with you in the form of the super soul. He is witnessing everything what you're doing. Writing down your desires, then giving you an opportunity to fulfill them. He is the greatest friend, and He's supplying all the necessities to all living entities, not just you, but the animals. Srila Prabhupada says that the elephant, he takes like a ton of food every day, such a big animal. He eats so much, he also must pass big stool, bigger than you can ever make. But the Lord is supplying him. Just see. Just like He's supplying to you also. There's so much prasadam here on Sunday. Come and visit us, take prasadam, free of charge. If you give donation, you're welcome. If not, we're okay with that. Because we're confident the Lord will supply all the necessities, especially to His devotees. But even non-devotees, the Lord is so kind. Yeah, they're my children. Let them eat. Dog is the number one non-devotee. But He's supplying. Krishna is supplying him, even to a dog. You know why is he number one non-devotee? Dog? What Prabhupada say?
Yeah, because he passes urine on tulsi plant.
Yes, he passes urine on the tulsi plant. That's why the dog is number one offender. Number one rascal. People love dogs so much. Oh, the best friend of man. But actually, he's a rascal. He passes urine on tulsi. So, Krishna is supplying to everyone. He's the best friend. So when we should also be friendly to Krishna, we should also enjoy when He enjoys His transcendental pastimes. And with that great enthusiasm, we should hear about these pastimes and take pleasure in the Leela of the Lord. In this way we become purified from all nonsense, residues of material desires. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vachitatvataha. If you understand this transcendental nature of Krishna's pastimes, you yourself become transcendental. Your activities become transcendental. You become Krishna conscious. This is the secret. So, I will stop here. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. No questions?
No